Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Surviving Mars inspired by the Expanse. Recap of the mission setup. So this episode, I have analyzed it a little bit. We have a really dangerously high need for electronics. So I am going to try to get the people that were in the sanatorium previously. Let's actually lower the priority. We are going to get them engineering once again, and promptly, because without electronics, our tribal electric scrubber is going to fail. And what I want to do is remove the need for that in the future. So after growth stimulators, I'm actually going to get adapted probes. Not because I want adapted or even need adapted probes, but because it will unlock additional physics tech, which I don't have knowledge of yet. Alright, Nagata, you're going to come over here and you're going to grab these electronics. We're going to force the probes to repair this scrubber before everything in this power grid fails, which would be overwhelmingly expensive and... Oh! You.
Resources are low.
Put that down. Alright, so Nagata now has... No! Stop stealing my stuff. Alright, Nagata now has the electronics. Generally, I don't micromanage to this level, but in this instance, I think it is required. Because all of this stuff is going to start breaking down. Actually, I'm going to remove this fuel refinery. We no longer need it because we're really not sending ships around the map too much. Alright, so there is... I'm going to tell this drone to get that resource and deliver it to the tower. And that way, this power grid isn't about to... You know, the maintenance here on a lot of these things were about halfway to
research complete.
Failure, and we just averted that, which is nice. Alright, so growth stimulators are done. We're going to get a meteor storm in 5 hours. So growth stimulators will help the stuff grow quicker. Wow, no one's working this medical center. Guys, Jesus. Where's all my medics? So this medic I'm just going to force to work in the medical center. So at least there's some checkups.
Sector scanned.
Alright, taking a look at my consumptions. Yeah, we're going to need some more engineers. But right now I'm going to train up some medics so that I can improve my birth rate. Alright, where is this meteor storm happening? It's not on me. Yep, it's down there. Okay. Holden, you are going to go halfway to the meteor storm, but not go into it. Alright, what is failing? This needs seeds. Oops, wrong click. This needs humans. This needs polymers. This needs humans. We're going to put one of you in the machine parts factory. Everything is running smoothly over here. Nagata, you need work. Another thing I ought to do is, let's go ahead and add some additional metal storage. I'm going to actually put the metal storage here, right next to the machine parts factory, so it's easy to resupply. I'm hoping this meteor shower actually creates
resources are low.
Some research. Okay, so the only thing not working is this because I don't have seeds, and we're about to harvest some, so that's not a problem at all. So obviously my surplus of polymers, machine parts, and electronics is really low, and that's what I'm panicking about, because if I have a failure of maintenance for any of those things, a lot of my colony will it'll be a domino cascade effect where a lot of things will start breaking down and I won't be able to repair it. Like this this medical center, for instance, that has malfunctioned.
Resources are low. Resources are low.
Quit telling me that. I know.
Sector scanned.
Alright, J9 I think was the... Yep, I'm done deep scanning everything. We no longer have any need to deep scan.
Anomaly found.
Okay, I'm going to get close with Holden, but not close enough to actually get hit by a meteorite. Nagata, you need work. Let's give you metal stuff. So, 70 comfort for births. And we have the comfort here.
Resources are
and
low.
70, and we have the comfort here too. Good. Our birth rate, 44. That's probably the most I've ever had. No complaints from me. I wish it was higher, but, you know, only do so much. So all of our excess machine parts have been going straight to the carbonate processor. That's okay, providing we don't have some sort of failure elsewhere. Taking a look, the maintenance for machine parts is about 2.1. We're making 3 per day, which means I can cap this out and close the work slots.
Research
For electronics,
complete.
we're making 2. We have a maintenance of 1,
Anomaly
so I'll
found.
cap that out. So we need more for... Okay, I'm just pausing a second. So we got adaptive probes, not because I needed it, because it unlocks... Ooh, look, scrubbing. All right, let's have this be a top of the queue, which is awesome. No new expeditions. Well, once the meteor strikes are done, I'll have Holden hop to these anomalies, which will help to unlock scrubbing. And then what we could do is have the scrubber scrub the scrubber, and it will be feedback loop where these won't fail. And then we can also do double up scrubbing on a lot of other things that require a lot of resources. So, for instance, all of these... I'm not too worried about the metal upkeep yet, but eventually it will be expensive when they fail. But stuff over here, like adding a scrubber over here to cover, you know, all of these storage tanks and stuff like that. This medical center really needs polymers. I'm going to move one of these guys over. So there's a polymer sitting here, unused. I guess I'll grab it with Nagata. And there's one being moved over, but it's going to the art store, so that's not helpful. I still want to train up 2 more medics. So when the lifetime graduates... Oh no, we have 2 medics, but right now they're in the sanatorium. Alright, so let's go back to engineers. Because we have a decent amount of botanists. Yeah, we have a decent amount of botanists. So we'll head back to engineers. So, Nagata, we'll have you unload polymers. Whoa, we're fine. Misinterpreted. I thought one of these were empty. Alright, so these 2 additional medics, once they graduate from the Centaurium, what we can have them do is work in the infirmary in this dome. Now, the birth threshold, once this is repaired, will go down. We just haven't repaired it in, like, way too long. Come on, guys. I'll put 1 more in polymers. I'm just trying to get the polymers in order to repair this med center. It's terrible that it's been broken this long. And soon this will break down again. Oh, no, it just got re-repaired. Good. What is not working? Seeds, humans, because... yeah, a lot of these stores here just don't have people for services. Where'd that medic just go? They were employed and then they disappeared. Maybe they aged out of the workforce? Alright, where are you going with these polymers? Well, the problem is this stupid art store has so many polymers stockpiled that we just don't have enough to ever... we don't have enough to ever get the medical center back online. But we just discovered 4 new planetary anomalies. So RC Explorer for new tech. Drones for new tech. I could do that really... oh. RC Explorer for resources. Let's hope it's polymer resources, because that would really help out. Alright, so the Explorer... actually, you know what? I'm going to change my mind here. I'm going to have the RC Explorer get those anomalies, and let's actually send drones for new tech. So we have an excess of drones. Not really hurting on drones at all. Alright, come on, you stupid med center. I got a ton of polymer people. We should be able to get enough to repair this stupid thing. But for now, what we could do is we could have these medics working in a working medical facility in this infirmary. And living in the same dome. So that they're not unhappy.
Anomaly analyzed.
Right, so, births allowed, comfort required 55. We're at 69, so it's perfect that we actually just got that set up.
There's more to the barren environs of the...
So here's the new tech we just got. STEM reconstruction, which would be amazing, coupled with Forever Young, which retirement age and death are later in life. Mars Nouveau, don't really care about that. Factory AI, which would be incredibly useful as well. I'll queue that up as well. Research amplification, don't need that yet. Behavioral melding. Removes flaws with random perks. That would be incredible too, but very, very expensive. So I have a ton of expensive projects queued up, but
anomaly analyzed.
So be it. Alright, come on, polymer people. Work. Dang it. Work. I need my polymers. Another thing I could do, because we have wind power and we're reliant less upon batteries, is actually break down some of these power acclimators. I'm going to break down 3 of them for the polymers, and also just because we don't need that much power storage anymore. Alright, so here is the Rocinante with the drones. Might as well land them. We're so close to carbonate processing. I could taste it.
Anomaly analyzed.
And we are a third of the way done with the scrubbing tech. Jeez. an entire work shift and... Alright, Nagata, let's go grab these polymers.
Resources are low.
I know the resources are low. Is there polymers just like sitting on the map anywhere? I would not be that lucky, would I? Oh, there are. Ha! Alright, Nagata. Let's go fix our stupid med center.
Anomaly analyzed.
Alright, Holden's done, so I'm going to send him back to the, back over here to get resources from an expedition. I think in this work shift I'll have enough polymers to repair this med center anyway. So I'm going to say graduate medics. So I want four medics, 2 in each dome. And that way we can hopefully supplement our birth rate. We're sitting at 44, which is pretty much the highest I've ever been, but more the merrier. Alright, so Nagata's going to go get those extra polymers that I found. Oh, there's polymers here too, isn't there? I think what she's going to do is grab... Oh, right, because there was a recent meteor strike. That's why there's all these new polymers. She's just going to grab enough to repair that dome, and then a little bit extra just in case it doesn't get earmarked for the dome. Or the med center. And then she'll collect the rest. I'll have her manually collect the rest. Alright, so we have our 4 medics. Let's go to auto. Alright, you know what? I need engineers. Alright, what else is failing? Just these 2 forestation plants? No problem.
Resources are low.
Alright, 6 is enough. Let's get this repaired. But the sanatorium just broke down. You're killing me, guys. You're killing me. Alright, I'm going to open up a work shift. Morning work shift. The carbonate processor's definitely done, because I'm starting to get atmosphere. Oh, yeah. So this adds a bit of machine parts maintenance, but we can handle that. And this burns up this waste rock.
Analyzed.
Unfortunately, we got, I was hoping for polymers or something better. Rare metals isn't terrible, given that we literally don't even have a geologist anymore. Alright, Nagata's slowly trekking back, and this should get these 2 things repaired. With any luck. Here comes the RC Explorer with the metals, and I'm going to send the RC Explorer immediately back out. What are you? You are an engineer. There you go. Go work over there. Where'd you put all the Oh, you jerks. I think they squandered all the polymers because I wasn't looking when Nagata dumped them out. Well, I have a ton of people working in the polymer factory now. So we should, even if they squander it, we should be able to repair what we need. So what I'm going to do is have Nagata collect, like, all the polymers I could find and just gift basket them all at once. There we go. That might be all of them. Rocinante, you are heading back out with the RC Explorer for new techs. Yep, so the medical center and the sanatorium repaired. Good. Big old thumbs up from me. That means... I'm just going to force you to work. So that means that our minimum comfort requirements for birth are going to be a little bit lower. That should help our pop problem. Scrubbers half done. This thing requires a considerable amount of power that I should be aware of because I haven't really expanded my power grid. Looks like my machine parts
Anomaly analyzed.
are pretty good.
There's
Alright, so
more to
Anomaly
the
gave me farm augmentation, which decreases the number of people that require to work a farm. The space elevator, which I'm not going to ever need because I'm not exporting to Earth anymore. RC constructors, which I don't really need. Deep water, which might be useful. Dream reality, which is pretty cool. But a lot of these are like wonder level projects, which take a very, very long time to research and all that. They're not quick at all.
Anomaly
Reallocating
found.
some drones. New anomaly, yes sir. Oh, once Holden returns. Alright, so comfort 55. Good. So the comfort required for births in both domes are now at 55 because I have medics working there. The next thing I can do is auto. I think we have a decent amount of engineers to the point where we are starting to have surplus of materials. Plus we have a bunch of engineers sitting in the... Alright, so I'm going to open it up to 8, 4, and 5. And that should be enough engineers to cover every job. Alright, let's go get Holden. We've got 1% atmosphere already. This carbonate processor is awesome.
Resources are low.
And this, of course, will also benefit the moisture evaporators because they benefit from just generic terraforming boosts. Or rather, wind. As you can see, the thicker the atmosphere, the better the wind. So soon, and it actually hurts solar. So soon I'm going to have to, as the atmosphere gets thicker, I'm going to have to transition away from solar and into wind, which I've already started to do. All right, Holden is home. Let's get you down here. Nagata's still collecting polymers. Let's do a quick polymer sweep. I got my polymer manufacturing under control to the point where I'm not in and just sitting at like a 1 deficit. But even with that said, I would be more comfortable having a big old surplus, obviously. No, I think that's all the polymers on the map. So Nagata, once you collect those polymers, just fill the rest up with metals and head home. Gotta say, the greening of the atmosphere is looking pretty nice. Got a nice green home here. We're not quite at the point where we're making forests or anything, but we're not hurting. Okay, so you guys, you've got 6. Yeah, I'll have 2 shifts, that's fine. Alright, so we're definitely curing some people. I'm gonna need some more electronics, though. So I'm gonna shift you over. Forget that work shift. Alright, so now we have Wait, I still have one unemployed? Even more electronics. There's the thing. Oh, you just graduate. You're about to graduate. So we'll open one more slot. That should keep us satiated. All right, Nagata, let's dump that stuff. I'm going to open up polymers back again over here. We have some machine parts sitting here, which is really good. That way, if anything breaks down, we can repair it. Most things don't require more maintenance than 3. Oh, but we have a power outage. Carbonate processor, you will not be processing at night anymore. What I need to do, or what I could do, is transition more of the solar over to wind.
Anomaly analyzed.
And that way, night times aren't as ruinous. Alright, Holden, go home. Wind. Oop. There we are. It's going to use up some machine parts, but I think we'll be alright. Yeah, so this carbonate processor used more than I really had. Because we're running in the negatives here. We have a little bit of stored power. Alright, polymer blades. I should have enough for that now. And then another thing I could do is set a little solar up here. Yeah, my demand's higher than my supply. We'll work on that. You're ready for takeoff, so we can send you to resources for some people. Alright, we'll try to get those people home soon. Nagata. Gonna manually clean up some of these asteroid hits. Alright, there we go. These additional wind plus polymer blades is going to help out considerably.
Anomaly analyzed.
Batteries are now accumulating. The anomaly just gave me a whole lot of polymers, which means... What happened there? Oh, you know what? A bunch of my... Almost all my engineers volunteered for that trip. And that's where they all went. So we're starting to lack untrained people for these tasks, these jobs, which is not great. Let's land the Rocinante promptly so that the engineers can get back to their work. And biologists. We sent engineers and biologists over. Alright, so it's becoming nighttime. Our stored power is up about 1,000. We'll see if we end up with an issue here. Yeah, these accumulators are about maxed. And we're still in the positive, because a lot of things shut down at night. As I transition further and further away from solar, obviously we'll get better at keeping production on at night. Alright, so I don't think there's anything for this ship, Rhadamant, to do, unless I want to go rain meteors on my head. So I'll hold off on that. I don't really want a meteor shower. Alright, engineers. I'm going to open one more slot everywhere. There we go. Get a nice surplus of the things we need. This is set to auto. Population still is not where I'd like it to be, but it could be worse. The next thing I'm probably going to do is add another huge lake. So I have to plan this out a little bit, because what's... Oh, I could put it right here. Because I probably want to have domes interconnected, if I could. That'd be pretty cool. That's kind of a simulating Mariner Valley. So I'll put this here. I'm trying to minimize the amount of piping it requires. There. Alright, Nagata. Let's try to clean up the rest of the metals that we ended up rained on us. So there's 8 here. There they are. I think that might... Oh, no. There's some polymers and metals over here that I wasn't even aware of. Alright, I'm going to leave the carbonate processor on at night. Draw from the batteries. I'm okay with that. I could probably turn off the Moxies at night. Or one of them. We'll leave them. They don't hurt. Check our milestones. All sponsor goals. Next would be Terraforming progress. We're 12% of the 35 needed. I'm certainly working on it. Birth rate really hasn't gone up though. But once we get, well, the scrubbing's almost done, and then once we get the scrubbing, we can work on Forever Young, and I actually think that STEM reconstruction is better than Forever Young, so let me switch that around. STEM, because they'll work longer, too. And they'll die later. I don't know, they sort of work in conjunction with one another. In my opinion, it wouldn't hurt to have this back on. Not that my concrete's dipped that much, but we do have a lot of machine parts to do the upkeep. Alright, my power grid's a little bit more settled. I'm not sitting at 0 resources, which is nice. And pretty much all the services, if I check... it's sitting around 70, that's okay. 65, that's still fine. Births are allowed at 55. What about my school? Alright, currently, we don't actually have a lot of children. 2-2, yeah, that's not super encouraging. Well, nothing left to scan, Holden. What are you going to do? Just sit around? Now, one thing I could do, if I wanted to be risky, would be to rain meteors down on myself for some metals, rare metals, and anomalies. I mean, maybe if I had the MDSs. I don't yet have MDS, Meteor Defense Systems. But that would be a pretty good investment, and that way my expeditions could do that. Anything for love. Cost 10 million. Yeah, sure, let's have some fireworks. Morale gone up a lot in Mariner 2. So, cool, I guess. Not so sure I like the random meteor strikes that are landing right next to me. And the lake is done. Alright, so we're going to get this huge lake filled up. And that will help push the water to almost 0.5% per year. It's not amazing, but it's better than nothing. We could just keep adding huge lakes. If you check the soil quality, as you can see, the soil quality around this lake is pretty fantastic. It's just we need to put more plants in. A next big step would be to have bushes and trees, but we don't have enough of the sort of terraforming for that yet, I don't think. Alright, I'm going to have Naomi headhunt resources that are close. Yep, there's some here. There we are. Alright, scrubbing should be done. Yeah, it's 100% done right now.
Research complete.
Done! Alright, let's break that down and add a scrubber. No, I need to break it down twice. Come on, go away. There it goes. And then add a scrubber. Scrubbers are pretty expensive, but there'll be immediate benefits. So now we're working on STEM reconstruction, and then Forever Young, and that should help out with our pop problems.
Resources are low.
Alright, my electronics are low, and that's true. Gonna have a few more people working them. Alright, Nagata. Get that stuff loaded up. I suppose I'm going to force a geologist or two, just to keep this thing running. Right now it's just sitting there, not even doing anything. Just sort of worthless. Alright, so where are the other electronics? There's 3 here. There's some in the factory, and then there's one sitting at the base of this tribo scrubber. So we'll have that probably today done in this soul. Alright, my water deficit isn't worrying me. I'm about a quarter done filling the lake and only a sixth down on my capacity. So this lake will be filled before I run out of water. And if it isn't, what I could do is just turn this on for night production. I would like to, at some point, stop relying on this underground water because it's about to get tapped anyway. And my nearest water, if that gets tapped, is super stupidly far away. I'd need to build a network of pipes and stuff. Not fun when that gets emptied out. So what I might end up doing is just I might end up just building some additional evaporators along like this pipeline here, or even building them, you know, out this way or something. I don't know. Just has to be within the drone hub's radius. That way we don't rely on a finite well of water. There's some advantage to that. Alright, my food's still holding pretty fast. Although this farm doesn't have employees, so let's force one of you to go work over there. And you should live there then. Alright, I got my token geologist. We're going to go back to auto. 43. Pop's going up, sorta. I say sorta tentatively. Alright, 2 more for the tribo. Nagata, you're all full. Just dump that stuff off. It is looking grassy green. Let's do a little zoom in. So here's all the beautiful grass that I've got. I mean, this part right here almost looks Earth-like as a result. It's slow, but it's progress. The carbonate processor really is burning up quickly. Our atmosphere is increasing pretty well. I don't have any magnetic shields or anything to protect it, though. Water. Vegetation's lagging behind considerably, but that's partially because of my lack of botanists that are cranking out seeds for it. It'd be a lot easier to have that once we've got farm automation. You know, there's so many techs that I want sooner, or open farms actually would be pretty incredible. Maybe I'll queue up an open farm. Alright, so Nagata. Let's have you move the last electronic needed to craft that scrubber. I really wish I could just tell this not to blink. It's like, yeah, I get it. You're full. Cool. Don't care. Alright, so this is 60% full, and we're only at 255 out of 400. Yeah, we'll fill that lake before we run out of water. Alright, so this scrubber is done. I'm just going to make this surface area teeny to reduce the power usage, but it will still scrub each other. I think just having the two will be a feedback loop. Then if I ever have surplus of electronics, I can do the same sort of feedback loop for other places that require electronics or machinery, stuff like that. So we have a pretty decent amount of engineers. procrastinating at work. Literally, that's funny. Her work is to lose procrastination, and she's procrastinating at it. Wow, sanity is pretty high. Comfort holding 44. Pop's going up. Up and up and up. And the real question is, should I risk a meteor strike? I think I will. Just so that this Rhadamant stops blinking at me. So, we could do capture ice asteroids, which would cause an Mars quake, or capture meteorites. I'm going to do meteorites. I'm feeling a little risky today. Alright, 74% full. Other than sort of deficit of electronics, which is easily solved by just putting more people into the electronics factory. I'll move one of these polymer guys over. Another thing I could start to do is to make sure... Oh, where are you all going? Just make sure they're all living in their home zone dome. So like this person should live here. You should live here, and this will keep them a little bit happier. Oh, someone is unemployed. You work there. No shuttle available. Don't be ridiculous. It's connected. Ooh, this guy has no morale. And this is just to, you know, there's not much for me to do right now, so it's for me to micromanage their happiness. Alright, so everyone that's working in here lives in here. And that slacker's gone. Alright, so passages for work will turn off. We'll turn off for this dome. Or actually, we'll turn off for this dome. And leave this one open. So we're allowed to bring in people to the sanatorium. But we don't send anyone working over here. Pop 45. I think that might be the highest. I haven't been keeping my eyes glued to it, but that looks better than it was before. Just making sure we have a few more people planting seeds. Alright, I'm going to reduce the geologist requirement down to like 2. I don't need a lot of geologists working there. Well, year 150 and we're still existing. I'll call that a success. Maybe I set the bar a little too low, but... And we're terraforming it, too. We're, what percent are we? We're 13% done terraforming Mars. Now, it's obviously terraforming this local area, and not like all of Mars, obviously. Water level 100%, which means we are done with another lake. Now, one thing I could do here is, and let's go do this. Life support. Let's add some additional water towers. So when we're building lakes, we don't run low on water during the terraforming process. So that will be some more storage. And its only upkeep is metals. So that's not a problem. We have plenty of metals. Well, I think the feedback loop of the tribal scrubbers have been working because no issues reported so far. This one has a teeny surface area which just covers this one, and this one covers everything else, saving a little bit of power. Alright, stem is 20% done. Yeah, our seeds are sort of hurting here. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to force botanists. I'm going to cap this one to 4 people, and then have more people work at planting seeds. Another thing I could do in terms of seeds is to get gene adaptation for better sort of seeds. But I'll wait. I really want to have my pop grow. Humans are, you know, the most precious resource. That's not just me talking sort of, you know, fantastically. It's like literally you need people to do anything in this. There is a sort of exceptions. There are ways to have sort of biomechanical population, but I'm role-playing the Expanse, and the Expanse really didn't have that. Well, my population is a very slow upward trend, but my industry is looking really spicy right now. We've got a healthy amount of resources. Alright, come on, botanists. I'm going to force some of these additional corn and soy botanists to... we might actually require some additional housing, so let's go do that. Another living complex right there. These are just about full. So I'm only going to put a bare minimum of botanists in my original farm and have these guys seed plant so that we can forest a little faster. Because I'm sitting on a big old surplus of food. I'm not that worried about food. I really want another forestation plant to take advantage of the soil quality that has been going up here. Not that it adds a whole lot of water quality or water in general, but what I might end up doing is some small lakes around here just to spot increase the soil quality. So let's go do that as well. What that means is I want to flatten so I can add a lake. Did I just flatten for free? It sort of seems that way. Oh, maybe I canceled it? No. It went through. Up. Let's bring you back. So, capturing meteors. So we got a storm, and fortunately the storm is not centered over me. I did risk that. So let's see. Lake. Just a regular sized lake if it can fit. It can. And then a small lake, maybe here. There. And that should increase the soil quality around my domes kind of nicely. I might have to add another lake in here as well. But I also want a dome there too, so, you know. Well, Mariner Valley 2 is really starting to expand. Let's allow domes for work. Alright, come on, botanists. Let's get them seeds going. Alright, Rocinante, you're already refueled and you have nothing to do. I could capture more ice asteroids. Might as well pump the water up a bit. I've got the machine part manufacturing to cover the cost of that trip, so let's go do that. Now this looks pretty lush. Looks ready for some bushes and whatnot. Alright, so this one's filling up. And soon the small lake will fill up too. And this is just to really make the soil around my home's domes nice. Even despite the industry. There we go. So you can see it's getting better and better and better. And then we can put some forestations in around here, and it'll actually make the whole area look pretty. Beautifying.
Anomaly found.
New anomaly. Oh, because of the meteor shower, yeah. We might want to wait until the meteor shower's done. Because no need to get splatted. So per soul, yeah. Our water's going up. It's going up a quarter or so. And with my newly graduating botanists, we'll get some more seeds, and then we'll be able to feed the forestation plants a little bit better. Alright, my machine parts are temporarily really low. Because of this expedition, but that doesn't really worry me. Alright, checking the soil quality. I might want to put another dome out there, like I said, but part of me just wants to, like, drop a lake there for now. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Now, Capital City is one of the big landmarks, but I don't yet have a breathable atmosphere. Well, guys, that's about all the time I have for this episode. I feel like I did a pretty fair job of turning around a lot of my deficits. My population ended up at 46, which is about as high as it's ever been, so I'm clearly on the right track, and I've got queued up a lot of research projects that should help with that as well, the STEM and the Forever Young. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, do drop me a line. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you all next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. Adios.